Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3. First of all, I wasn't home yesterday so I was unable to post any what ifs, but now I'm back with a new series nonetheless for you guys to enjoy. Part 1 of What If Naruto Broke His Human Limitations. If you enjoyed this and want to see part 2, go ahead and destroy that red subscribe button guys. And become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all for your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be planning talking about to all of you. And also guys, I already posted a new what if over on Anime Prince, so go ahead check that out and enjoy guys. And if you're new, yes, I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King 2 and Anime King 3, oh yeah, one more, Anime Prince. So that is 4 guys, and if you enjoy those and you want to see more, just go ahead and destroy that red subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the bell notification to see exactly when I post. So without further ado, with this we begin this new episode starts. The intro. It was midday. He had just left the ninja academy and he was upset. A short blonde boy was making his way down the street. He was only 6 years old. He was a child. However, he started the academy a week ago. And this was the first time they actually did combat training to test where they were, to test their limits. His name was Naruto Uzumaki. 3 whisker marks on each cheek, blonde hair, white shirts with a swirl on the back, along with black pants and sandals, as he calmly made his way down the streets. Naruto Uzumaki was upset. He was a proud citizen of Konoha, but despite that, for some reason people don't seem to like him. And he knew that, so he started to pull pranks. For the longest while he pulled pranks trying to get the recognition that he deserved, but it didn't really work that well. It just caused him to chase after him and run him away. However, he was always fast enough to get away before they can actually catch him. They were just civilians after all, and he was training to become one of the strongest. However, today was a big disappointment. He thought that just like the others, he would be able to do something well, because he had saw the other kids fought, especially that feral looking boy. His name was Kiba Inazaka. He had home training. Before he entered the academy, Naruto had trained, but it wasn't anything too intense. He did not really know the premise behind training. So today he thought that he was gonna get along well by doing something in the ring, but he got his butt handed to him by Sasuke Uchiha, and all of them laughed. Even his sensei laughed as well, as they seemed to enjoy his misery, and the girls all gushed over Sasuke, which made him pretty upset. Think he was a big shot, think he was better than him, as he shoved his hands in his pockets and made his way down the streets. He kept on walking, lost in his thoughts, as he realized he was walking in the complete opposite direction. He wanted to bang his head into the ground, as now it will take him a long while to get back to his apartment. He was just so deep in thought. However, that is when his ears picked up on something. His curiosity got the better of him, as he calmly made his way down the streets. It didn't take too long as he arrived. He hid, because he noticed that it was 2 people training. As Naruto peeped through the bushes and he saw them, he only saw them when they stopped, but they started to move again. Naruto's eyes widened in complete shock to what he saw. The 2 men were barely visible. They were moving with such speed that he was unable to keep up. He always knew that being a ninja was awesome, but he never knew that someone could be this powerful. For his childlike mind, this was completely mind-blowing. The both of them came to a stop as Naruto took in their demeanors. One of them had a green bodysuit on. He had a big smile on his face as he gave a thumbs up to his friend, who seemed rather bored for some reason. He had silver hair and most of his face was covered up, except for one of his eyes being visible. As Naruto spoke out loud, "I know what I'll do," he said. "I'll just follow these guys and find out how do they get so strong, and then I'll copy what they do and just become stronger than Sasuke and all the other kids in the academy. Kakashi glanced over towards the location. He knew that we can hear him, right? He said to Guy, as Guy looked over to where Naruto was. Hey, you there, he said. As Naruto lowered his head, they saw him, but he thought that he had a good hiding spot. So he decided to crawl deeper in the bushes until someone grabbed his leg and pulled him up. Huh? Said Naruto, as the man looked down at him with a smile. Now what would a young fellow like you be doing here, spying on our youthful training? So you are practicing, said Naruto. Hey, you mind telling me how did you get that fast and that strong, said Naruto. Well, said Guy, through hard work and determination, anyone can do anything they set their mind to. Is that so, said Naruto, so I can become as fast and strong as you? Well, if you do not give up and push yourself each and every day, you will become one of the world's greatest, he said. Because there is nothing better than determination and hard work. That is what a true shinobi should aspire for. The flowing power of youth exploding inside of you. Naruto blinked confused. What youth? Guy eyes widening in shock, as he was about to ride on until Kakashi placed a hand on his shoulder. I think you should set him down, he said, as Guy was still holding Naruto upside down. As he set him on his feet. Sorry about that, my youthful friend, he said. Now, you asked what was youth. Kakashi sighed, as Naruto listened to the man spoke. His eyes widened with every terms, as the man spoke about such unique things. As Naruto noticed the other one wasn't paying attention. Hey you, he said, as Kakashi glanced towards him. He said, looking towards Naruto. Is that what you do as well? Well, my young friend, said Guy. Kakashi here, said Guy, see through. Our armor on Kakashi has a few special perks, however. That doesn't mean that he's less useful or that he doesn't put in the work. That is why he's my eternal rival. Whoa, said Naruto. So how can I become as strong and fast as you guys? Well, said Guy. Guy, said Kakashi. Don't go telling him anything too extreme, he said. I mean, remember, he's still a child, said Kakashi. As he knew that Guy went a bit overboard sometimes, and he ended up causing a lot of, well, damage. And to tell that thing to a kid might hurt him more than help him. Alright, said Guy. As a smile came on his face, my youthful friend, stay here for a while. With that he took off. Naruto was shocked as he saw dust picked up behind Guy. The speed was beyond what he could even comprehend. Hey, Cyclops, said Naruto. Kakashi glanced down. What did you just call me? He said. Cyclops, said Naruto. I mean, look at you. You will have one eye. It's just like that thing I read in the book. The one-eye monster, however. You look more human, said Naruto, looking Kakashi over. Well, I'm not a Cyclops. What are you reading? Said Naruto. I'm afraid this is not for you, said Kakashi. Yeah, whatever, Cyclops, said Naruto, as he dropped back on his butt and started to look up at the sky. Kakashi looked at him curiously. It seems he's not doing so bad, Kakashi thought to himself. That is when they saw the blur coming back towards them. As Guy came to a stop, Naruto coughed violently as all the dust hit him right in the face. As Guy stood there triumphantly. And here it is, he said, as he handed Naruto a book. What's this? Said Naruto, scratching the back of his head. That, my young friend, will teach you how to get stronger, he said. Really? Said Naruto. All the answers I seek are in here? Yes, said Guy. Now go on and train your heart out. Fill yourself with youth and explode. Oh, and also listen well to the instructions. Got it? Said Guy. We don't want you to hurt yourself now. You should start out with the beginner practice since you're just starting, Guy said. As Naruto was nodding his head, however, he was not listening to Guy. He was only thinking about the prospect of getting stronger and becoming the greatest, surrounded by all the fangirls as they felt his muscles. As he got into a daydream, as all of them were hugging him and squeezing him. Oh, Naruto-kun, you're so strong. Yeah, he's so stronger than Sasuke. Naruto smiled as he stood on Sasuke's back triumphantly as Sasuke was on the ground, beaten to a pulp. All of the guys in the academy was. As Naruto grinned. Did you hear what I said? Said Guy. Yeah, of course, said Naruto. As he stuffed the book under his white shirt before, he picked himself up and ran. As he waved goodbye, thanks again, he said. Kakashi looked towards Guy, before he looked where Naruto ran off to. He should be fine if anything. It will just help him get a bit stronger before he graduate the academy. And that was a good thing, right? Kakashi thought to himself. Later that night, Naruto sat on his bed The book was opened up in front of him as he looked down towards it. As Naruto had read through it as best he could, with the limited knowledge that he was able to possess, at the level that he was right now after all, he was just 6 years old. However, the problem was, Naruto did not read the book correctly, instead he messed everything up. The book said to work on one thing at a time, however Naruto did not see that. He skipped over that, he was just so excited. As he decided to jot down a few notes, however Naruto was not jotting down the right thing. The book said to start on one first. You either start on the push-ups or the sit-ups, or the run, or the squats. However, Naruto wrote all of them down at once, not even realizing the mistake that he was making. Once he was done, he was finished with a list. Alright, said Naruto to himself. 10 squats, 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, 10 pull-ups, and a 2-kilometer run. I wonder how far is that, Naruto thought to himself. He shrugged. He would just run until he felt tired, and once he was able to advance, he would push it to another step. As Naruto grinned rather happily, he decided to get to bed. Time skip 1 week later. As Naruto was called, I forfeit, he said. What? A sensei turned towards him. What do you mean you forfeit, he said, giving Naruto a look. I mean I forfeit. As Kiba laughed. He's just afraid of fighting me. Well, I mean I can't be too upset with the guy about that. I mean, I'm awesome. And he doesn't really want to get hurt. Isn't that right? Said Kiba. The kids in the class started to laugh. However, Naruto ignored them, not really paying them any attention. As the teacher looked towards him, fine then, forfeit, he said. The teacher did not like Naruto one bit. He was one of those that saw him as a monster. So he was glad that Naruto was not participating. This would make his job a lot more easier, as he put a big fat 0 on Naruto paper, as he was going to fail him so hard. He did not even try to persuade him. Sasuke glanced over towards Naruto. However, he simply turned away. Maybe he was too afraid of being beaten again, so he forfeit. That was probably the only reason. But Naruto had a different thought in his mind though. He was not going to fight until he was stronger. Once he was strong enough, then he will show them all. Then he will show them. And none of them will be able to stand in his way, and he will be the strongest. Yes, laugh as you like now, Naruto thought to himself. You will see. You will all see, he thought to himself, as he chuckled softly. However, no one paid attention to that. And just like that, for the rest of the year, until he graduated from that class and got a new teacher, Naruto did not fight. Even in the other classes, when he said that he didn't want to fight, the teachers were all too well to say yes, because they loved giving him 0, as they wanted to fail him badly. And they kept all of this away from the Hokage because most of them knew that the Hokage had a soft spot on the Jinchuriki, and no one really wanted the Hokage to find out until the end of the semester when Naruto failed everything. So like that, Naruto did not fight in the academy one bit. At the moment, we find the 10-year-old Naruto standing on top of the monument until he collapsed on his butt as he fell backwards. It has been 4 years, 4 long years, since he's been doing this exercise. Every day he got up. When the academy was early in the morning, he got up super early. He did his kilometer run. He did his push-up, his sit-up, his squats, his pull-up. First he started off at 10. Every year he added another set to it. So now he was at 40. As Naruto did not understand because he didn't feel any stronger, as he was confused. And he was getting rather upset that this was not working. For the past 4 years has he been wasting his time, he thought to himself. He ended up raising his hand and slammed it down right next to him. As he groaned, not even noticing that, he cracked the top of the stone. He slowly picked himself up as he frowned. Maybe he just need to push himself a bit harder. Yeah, that's it. That's the way he thought to himself. Time skip. Later that night, Naruto was sleeping on his bed. Unaware to him, he was going through some external and internal changes. Mostly internal. The human body had a capability. It had a limit. There was a reason why no one ever performed all these training, not to mention every single day. As Naruto was pushing himself to a new degree that no one has ever really done before, and it was starting to have effects on his body. Inside the seal, the fox had to pump out a large amount of chakra on a daily basis. The reason being, every single night that Naruto slept, the fox was healing his body. Because Naruto was tearing his muscles, and the fox chakra helped it recuperate the next morning. And Naruto was unaware to this. However, his muscles kept on tearing and tearing and tearing, so much so that the time that he was 10 years old, his body was internally saturated with the Kyuubi's chakra, a ridiculous amount. And that chakra kept on feeding into his muscles, breaking his body normal human limits. The human had a limit, everyone did, a limit that they could not surpass, and Naruto at a young age exploded his and broke right through it. Without a limit, there's no telling how strong someone can become, or how far they would grow in a short amount of time, and Naruto just run right through his. The fox chakra being a big help in that. The next morning Naruto got up, he got back to work. As he started to train, time skip 3 years later, an alarm clock went off on the table. As a hand came down, the entire table exploded. Slowly, blue eyes opened up. As he frowned at that, not again, he thought. 2 pairs of legs flipped off the bed as the 13-year-old Naruto got to his feet. He has changed in the past 3 years. He looked over towards the table as he frowned, not again. Naruto was unaware of the standard limitations of ninjas. Since he saw the match between Guy and Kakashi, in Naruto's mind, that match was a lot more extravagant than anyone else thought. To him, he thought that they were these ultimate ninjas that were virtually unstoppable. He put them on a pedestal in his mind. So he was unaware of the strength that he now possessed. He thought that they were all like this. He thought that the kids at the academy were all this strong because throughout the entire years he has never participated in the matches. Iruka was different from other teachers. He was his final year semester. Iruka had nudged him to fight, however Naruto still kept his walls up as he told him that he would not fight. Whenever he simply walked in the ring, even though Iruka pushed him, he told him that he forfeit or he simply give up. Iruka reported him to the old man, as Hiruzen asked him why he wasn't fighting yet. He told the old man that he was trained to get stronger and he was not going to reveal anything until then. The old man told him that his grades will be low, and because of that he might be the dead last in the academy, but Naruto did not care about that. Moving towards a box, there was 2 boxes towards a wall. Inside of one of the boxes there was broken alarm clocks, and the other one had fresh alarm clocks. As he picked up one of them and placed it on another table over to the side, he got to stop waking up so suddenly in the morning as he walked towards the bathroom. Because of physical training, he stood at 5 feet 8 inches, and not to mention for a kid, his body was leaner than most. A well-toned pair of 6-pack and muscles that fit him rather perfectly. As he brushed his teeth before he went to take a shower. After that was done, as he stepped out of the cold shower, he dried off as he went to fetch his clothing. He had liked what the guy with the silver hair was wearing all those years ago. However, he didn't like the face mask thing. As Naruto put on a pair of black pants, he put on his black sandals and a black shirt with white stripes going around the side and going across the edges of the collar. Looking in the mirror, he smiled to himself. As Naruto got outside, jumping on the roof, he shot off. It only took him a few seconds to arrive at the academy. Arriving there, Naruto saw that there wasn't much people. Shikamaru was already sleeping, Sasuke was to himself, and the girl with the white eyes was there as well. As Naruto made his way and sat down, he was pretty upset. For the past few years, he has pushed his training. 100 push-ups a day, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, 100 pull-ups, and a 10-kilometer run. He was able to do this all in the span of a few seconds, really, as he thought that was normal. However, he hadn't seen any extraordinary changes. Maybe he needed to start to fight once again at the academy to see how well he matched up with the other kids. As he looked around, he wondered how strong a Sasuke or Kiba gotten. Seeing that Sasuke whooped his ass the first time he fought him, he wondered if he was stronger than him or even at his level yet. As he didn't want to be embarrassed or ashamed once again and make them all laugh at him. Strangely enough, he didn't feel any different. He thought that with the new power he would feel somehow different, but nothing has really changed. and that was the thing that confused him. And because he was unable to fight or really test himself, he did not even practice all that much. All he did was the training, then he went to bed. Sometimes he feel like he was gonna die. However, next morning he woke up, he feel just fine. It seems like he recuperated faster than he thought. As he frowned to himself, that is when the rest of the kids come in. As Kiba came over as he sat down next to Naruto, with his little puppy on his head. So said Kiba, "Today is our big test." "Big test?" said Naruto confused. "Yeah," said Choji, munching some chips. "Remember, we're gonna graduate very soon." "Graduate? What are you?" As Naruto froze, his eyes going wide in shock. He has been paying so much attention to his training and completely ignoring everything else, not to mention the people in the class. The only time he really talked to them was at the school, and he barely really talked to anyone. He always had training on his mind. As he watched Sakura and Ino came in, they were fighting over Sasuke as usual. He did not really talk to them or know any of them that much. When he just started, they all laughed at him, so he didn't really pay attention to any of the girls. And not to mention, him and Kiba and the others weren't really friends. They all thought that he was weakest in the class. "So Naruto, gonna give up today as usual," said Kiba. As Naruto sighed, "You know what? I'm gonna fight." Kiba laughed. "Oh come on man," he said. "You don't want to be that humiliated, right? I mean the last time, which was a couple years ago, you remember what happened? And you haven't changed since much then, except for getting a bit taller." "Well, I am taller than you," said Naruto, "so you can go and suck it." Kiba growled at him. "So what if you're taller?" he said. "It doesn't mean that you're stronger, or that you will ever be someone like me." As Naruto frowned as he looked away through the window. As Iruka came in and cleared his throat, making the girl sit down. "Alright, as you all know, the graduation test is coming very soon. Today is your practice test to see how far you all have gotten since the past couple of years. Those of you that don't wish to participate will be getting 0 as usual," he said. He looked over at Naruto as he said that, quite upset that Naruto refused to participate until today. "Actually," said Naruto, "I'll fight today." "Wow, really?" Some of the kids in the class said, looking towards him. As some of them started to laugh. "Come on, don't waste our time. We all know that you can't fight." "You'll just see," said Naruto. "You all see," as he sat back down. Iruka was actually smiling, glad to see Naruto participate even though it was close to the end of the year. However, for special reasons, Naruto would not be kicked out of the academy even though he refused to participate. He still did the test even though his test scores were pretty low. The Hokage said that it was mandatory for Naruto to go to the academy. On some levels, Iruka could understand. "All of you, come with me," Iruka said as they all made their way outside. Sasuke watched Naruto as Naruto simply looked away from him. They didn't have the best of relationship. Well, they didn't really have any. Sasuke was too stuck up for his own liking. As Naruto glanced towards Shikamaru, Shikamaru had taken a page out of Naruto's book and started to forfeit as well in some of the matches that he could avoid. "So why are you starting up today?" Shikamaru asked. "I mean, you've been doing so well since the past couple of years." As Naruto simply shrugged. "Think I'll give it a try this once," he said. As Shikamaru said nothing as he kept on walking, arriving towards the field, as Mizuki arrived as well. As Naruto did not like that guy, he was always making some snarky comments. When Naruto refused to take the matches, saying that if he think that he can't cut it then, well he better refuse. "Alright," Iruka said. "Since we have a long time awaited fighter," he said, looking towards Naruto, his tone a bit sarcastic. "Why don't you go first?" he said, looking towards Naruto. "You and Kiba Inazaka." As Kiba started to laugh. "Come on, you want me to humiliate the guy that bad?" "Yeah, Iruka sensei," some of the girls said. "He's not gonna win anyway." "Hey, would you all just shut it?" said Naruto. "I'm fighting and that's that." Alright, said Iruka. As Kiba took off Akamaru, "Stay back boy," he said. "I don't need you for this one. This is going to be hard." As the both of them arrived in the ring, standing face to face, as Iruka looked towards the two of them. "Alright, begin," he said. As Kiba looked towards Naruto, "You might as well give up now. Wouldn't want to hurt you too badly." "Would you just shut up and begin already?" said Naruto. "Alright, fine," said Kiba, "but remember, you asked for it." As he rushed forward. However, Naruto was confused. Why was he moving so slow? He didn't understand. Hey, said Naruto as he stopped the match. What's wrong? Iruka said. Can you tell him to cut that crap out and start to fight for real? He's wasting time. What do you mean? Said Mizuki as he looked towards Naruto, confused by that statement. Well, he's moving so slow, said Naruto. Slow? Are you saying that I'm slow, Kiba? Yell. You can cut the crap out, said Naruto, and fight for real. I mean, I really want to do it this time. Iruka and Mizuki looked toward each other confused. I don't understand what you mean, Naruto, he said. What do you mean Kiba is running slow? Iruka said confused. I mean he's slow, said Naruto. Hey, Iruka-sensei, said Kiba. Call back the match, and let me put this punk in its place, saying I'm slow. Perhaps Naruto is just wasting our time, said Mizuki. As Iruka realized, oh I see, he said. Stop with your shenanigans, Naruto, and get back to the match. As Naruto was confused, begin, said Mizuki. Kiba rushed towards Naruto and he was still moving so slow. As Naruto did not understand, Kiba threw his fist forward as Naruto tilted his head. Everyone watches Kiba fist pass his head. He dodged it, said Ino. Surprised by that, Kiba was the second best under Sasuke. Well, she didn't like him one bit because he was a dog boy. It was rather surprised seeing Naruto dodge a fist like that. That caught Sasuke's attention, thinking that Naruto was the dead last of the dead last. Kiba also looked confused, even Iruka, and Mizuki looked confused as well. Dumb luck, Kiba said. Take this, as he spun and threw a kick. However, Naruto simply backed away as the kick passed him rather slowly. He then walked as he walked around Kiba. However, to the spectators, Naruto simply moving at unnatural speed. Hey! Kiba jumped in shock as he flipped away. How did you... Mizuki and Iruka looked towards Naruto. What the hell? Said Mizuki. How did you do that? Said Kiba. He said no ninjutsu. You're cheating. Ninjutsu? I'm not using a ninjutsu, said Naruto. I walked around you. You didn't walk around, you disappeared or something. What are you talking about? Said Naruto. Alright then, said Kiba. If you want to cheat, then so will I. He flared his chakra. Kiba no, said Iruka. Getsuga! As Kiba threw himself forward in a spinning motion. Being that close proximity, he was gonna hit him. Before Iruka could move off though, Mizuki held him back. Let's see what the kid is capable of. There was a pretty fast movement for him there. And besides, the Inuzaka style of fighting, it can't be that classified so much as a ninjutsu. Iruka didn't like this one bit, as he didn't want Naruto to get hurt after all. He was the one that was always coaxing him into fighting. However, as Naruto stood there, he could see Kiba spinning, but he could see the entire movement. As Naruto stepped forward, reaching Kiba before he reached him as he reached in, he grabbed Kiba by the hair and pulled him out of his spin. Everyone was shocked when Naruto held Kiba up. Even Kiba was baffled, as his hair was being pulled. What the hell? He said, looking around. You know, if you're not gonna take this seriously, then I'm not gonna fight you, said Naruto, as he threw Kiba. However, the speed that he threw him with, it was very dangerous. Kiba's body was propelled out of the ring. He shot past everyone as he slammed right through a tree and slammed through another one before he smashed into the wall. Iruka's eyes went wide as he rushed over. Arriving where Kiba was all bloody, as he was bleeding from the head. Picking the boy up in his arms, he flashed away, moving as fast as he could towards the hospital. Everyone gasped in shock as they looked towards the two broken trees. As Naruto was confused as he looked towards his hand. What the hell was that? Said Shikamaru. Painful attention. I didn't mean it, said Naruto. Time skip. Naruto sat in the Hokage's office. The Hokage was not here yet. However, he was called to the office. As he sat in the chair, he's been in here a lot of time before. As the secretary told him that the Hokage will be with him shortly, as he should just go in. As Naruto always do that anyway. As he was waiting, he was panicking because Kiba was rushed towards the hospital. Naruto started to tap his foot on the ground, as he wondered what if he had really hurt Kiba badly. He didn't understand why was everyone moving so slowly. He kept on tapping his feet on the ground. Why weren't they fighting for real? Did they think that he was weak? It was Kiba's fault. He was confused. Why him throwing Kiba through a tree hurt Kiba? He was supposed to be one of the strongest ninjas in the class. He has slammed his head through a tree before and nothing happened. He didn't feel any pain, so why did it hurt Kiba? It made no sense. He has also punched through a boulder already and nothing happened. As Naruto kept on tapping his feet. Outside of the office, the secretary's eyes went wide as the place started to shake. An earthquake, she thought. Everyone in the office started to feel the vibration as the entire office started to shake. As Naruto kept on tapping his feet on the ground, unaware of what he was doing, as he just kept on tapping his feet over and over again. The envoy in the office that was watching Naruto the entire time, a purple envoy under her mask, was confused. No, that wasn't possible, she thought. The moment he started to do that, the earthquake started and it was not stopping. She appeared, startling Naruto as he turned. "Hey, who are you?" he said. "Stop doing that," she said. "Stop doing what?" "Your feet." "Now," she said to him. Naruto stopped tapping his feet, and the place stopped shaking. The woman looked around confused. She looked at him. He was unaware of the baffling look that she was giving him under his mask. Suddenly the Hokage came in the office. As he looked towards Kat, he said, surprised by her being visible. "Hokage-sama, I must inform you about something," she said. As she stepped towards him and whispered something, the old man kept on looking at Naruto. "You can't be serious," he said. "I saw it with my own eyes," she said. He nodded to her as she disappeared once again, going back in her hiding spot. As Naruto looked around as he turned, he could hear the slight movements. He knew where she was. However, the Hokage snapped his finger, getting his attention. "How is he?" said Naruto. "Your little friend will be fine. He will make a full recovery." Naruto exhaled. "Thank God," he said as a few papers off the table blew away. Hiruzen looked towards Naruto with an odd look. He didn't tell Naruto about the procedures at the hospital. Kiba had lost a lot of blood. Upon his head hitting the wall, it had caused it to crack a bit, causing him to bleed really badly. Not to mention his right arm was broken. His left shoulder was fractured. But the doctors had gotten to work. However, it will take a couple of weeks for him to fully recover and get out of the hospital. Iruka told me what happened, but would you mind elaborating on what did you do? "Well, they weren't taking me seriously," said Naruto. "Neither was Kiba. I told him to pick it up, but he wasn't listening to me, so I pulled him out of his little spinning technique, and I threw him. But I never thought that it would be that bad. I mean, when I punched through a tree, it doesn't hurt me." "What do you mean, punched through a tree?" Hiruzen said. I mean, punched through a tree," said Naruto. "I mean, everyone can do that, right? But yet he got knocked out. I don't understand why, or why they weren't taking me seriously," said Naruto with a sigh. "Naruto-kun," said Hiruzen, "would you extend more on that punch into a tree?" "I don't understand the question," said Naruto. "What do you mean by you punched through a tree?" "What kind of tree?" Hiruzen asked. "Oh, you know, one in the forest," said Naruto. "The tiger had tried to eat me, so I punched through the tree, and then I used it to hit him with it. After that, he was out like Kiba. But they're just animals, they're not as strong as us." "What do you mean, tiger? Where did you go?" "You know, that big forest, with all the warning signs." "I don't know why they're warning signs. The spiders are really fun to play with. They always try to bite me, however, they can't pierce my skin. So it's pretty fun to see how scared they get when I start to squeeze them, and they end up popping," said Naruto. Hiruzen was shocked, hearing this information as he looked towards Naruto like he was crazy. "Are you saying that you went into the forest of death, and you popped spiders?" "Well, I didn't mean to. I was not used to my strength yet. And I'm still not used to it when I wake up because I'm a bit groggy. So I squeeze them and they pop. I'm really sorry about that. But there's a lot of them, like 1,000. One time they all came down on me. However, I was so exhausted that I ended up falling asleep. When I woke up, they had broke their teeth trying to bite my skin." "What?" Hiruzen said towards Naruto, as he was confused. How negligent has he been for the past few years not to notice any of this? "A moment ago, you felt the place shaking, right?" "Shaking? What do you mean?" said Naruto. "He doesn't even notice," Hiruzen said. "Just what the hell happened to him?" "Naruto-kun, you told me some time ago that you were doing some kind of training. Would you mind elaborating on what you were doing?" "Oh, that," said Naruto. "Every day I do push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and run around the village. But I guess it's not working so well." I mean, I don't feel any stronger. Those guys that I met, the one with the silver hair that has a mask, and the one in the green jumpsuit, they were really strong and fast. I remember like it was yesterday, said Naruto. In his mind though, he was seeing a different thing, a different image. His younger child mind had saw them doing some remarkable things, and it had pushed it to the extreme. Hiruzen got the vague description of Kakashi and Hiruzen when Naruto said that. So for the past few years, how much have you trained? Hiruzen said. Every day, said Naruto. Every day? Yeah, said Naruto. Sometimes I feel so tired I can't even move. However, the next morning, I'm right back to full health. Must be the fox, Hiruzen thought. He got up out of his chair. Alright, Naruto-kun, he said. I'm gonna take you somewhere to have a little test. As he walked over and placed a hand on Naruto's shoulder. He then paused. Nico, would you please come with us, he said, as she appeared beside Hiruzen. As she nodded to him as he placed a hand on both of their shoulders before he took them away in the sunshine. As Naruto looked around, he was in some kind of field. Where are we, he said. This is my personal training ground, Hiruzen said to him. We're gonna have a little test to see something. Nico, if you may, can you try to use your speed to make sure that Naruto does not see you? Yes, Hokage-sama, she said. Alright. Begin now, he said. Naruto watches the girl start to hop around the field. As Hiruzen watches she move, she was moving incredibly fast. Tell me, Naruto-kun, can you tell where she is, Hiruzen said. Not expecting Naruto to... She's right there, said Naruto. You can see her? Yeah, she's over there now. And now she's there. And now she's there. And now she's there. And now she's there. And now she's here. Alright, Naruto, that's enough, Hiruzen said. Nico, stop. As she came to a stop. You could really see me, she said, looking towards the child. Yeah, said Naruto. She looked towards Hokage. You see what I mean, Hokage-sama, she said. It is the same when he was in your office. He was the one causing it. As Hiruzen looked towards Naruto with a shocked look on his face. Follow me, Naruto, he said. As Naruto wondered if he was in some kind of trouble. They arrived towards an assortment of rocks. A few small ones and a large one. However, Hiruzen pointed towards a medium-sized one that was about the size of Naruto's head. Try if you can lift that, he said, as he pointed towards a rock. Come on, Gigi, he said. That will be too easy. I know I'm not that strong, but you don't have to treat me like I'm a weak child. This one will do, he said, as he walked over to the gigantic boulder that was even taller than him. Nico looked towards the Hokage. Naruto, wait, Hiruzen said. I don't think that you can lift something like that. Of course I can, said Naruto. I mean, you guys can do it. I'm not that far behind, he said. Just watch. As Naruto held the boulder, he was not wide enough to hold everything in his arms. Instead, he plunged his fingers into the boulder, shocking the Hokage and cat. When Naruto's fingers broke the stone like it was nothing but paper, before he rooted it out of the earth. He then proceeded to lift it with one hand. See, he said. And now this, as he threw it up in the air. As Hiruzen and Nico watched with shock, seeing the boulder coming down, Hiruzen's instincts kicked in. Naruto, move, he yelled. Oh, don't worry, said Naruto. I can just do this, as he jumped up. Before he slammed his head in the boulder, and the thing exploded into pieces. As Nico and Hiruzen had to move away from the larger debris that came crashing down. Once they came to a stop, they saw Naruto standing there, a nonchalant look on his face, as he looked at them confused. Why did you move, he said. It wasn't like it was gonna hurt you guys. Naruto-kun, Hiruzen said. Have you ever fought anyone else, other than Kiba, that you fought? Today, he asked. Well, 6 years ago I did fight Sasuke, and he did beat me pretty badly. So from then on I decided I won't be weak again. So I trained myself every day to get stronger. So, not really, said Naruto. That is why I kept on denying to fight at the academy, until I was strong enough. However, Kiba owed me a real fight. I don't know what the hell happened to him, why he got knocked out like that, and was sent to the hospital. Naruto, listen to me very carefully. I have no idea what happened to you. Or how did you get this powerful butt? What you're doing is not a normal thing to do. What do you mean? Well, Kiba is not as strong as you. He's not, said Naruto. No, none of the kids in the academy are. And without chakra. Children cannot do what you just did with that boulder. Most ninjas can't even do that. You didn't use any chakra at all because I would have felt it. What are you saying? Said Naruto. Well, to be quite frank, I have no idea what happened to you, Hiruzen said to him, as Naruto was lost and confused. Time skip. Naruto was now more confused. He thought everyone was this strong. Now the old man told him that he cannot fight anyone at the academy until they figure out what happened to him fully. He had been sent home. The old man had called for Iruka and Mizuki to have a chat with them regarding Naruto and him fighting anyone. As Naruto was not privy to that conversation, the old man told him to come back tomorrow morning. However, for now he should go and get some rest. As Naruto was calmly walking home, Yujiro was on his tail. The Hokage told her to watch over Naruto to make sure that he doesn't really hurt anyone. He will have a better talk with him tomorrow, but for now, he had to talk to the Nizakas. Kiba was going to be fine, however. It will take him some time to get to the hospital, and he had to explain to Tasumi what happened to her son. That it was just a training accident. At the moment, Naruto was making his way when he caught sight of those two guys. Making his way after them. Hey, said Naruto. Kakashi and Guy came to a stop, as Kakashi had this annoyed look on his face, as all of that expression can be seen from that one eye. And who might you be, said Guy, as he looked towards Naruto. You don't remember me, said Naruto. Not really, said Guy as he looked towards him. Sorry about that, he has a hard time remembering faces. Guy, remember a couple of years ago, when you gave him that book, said Kakashi. Book? Yeah, said Naruto. And you told me that I can be as youthful as you. Ah, said Guy. Now I remember. Huh, you really do have a hard time remember faces, said Naruto. Kakashi knew that was certain. So how can I help you, he said. I hope that your training regime has been paying off wonderfully. Well, there is some problem there, said Naruto. What do you mean by that, said Guy. Well, because of that, I can't really fight the kids in the academy now. Kakashi perked up at that, now a bit interested in the conversation. What do you mean by that, said Guy. Well, the Hokage said that normal kids can't do what I can do. What do you mean, said Guy. Do you might have something special? Some kind of technique that I'm not aware of? No, not really, said Naruto. I guess it's just my strength. Your strength? How strong can you possibly be, said Guy as he looked towards Naruto. Well, that is why I wanted to talk to you, said Naruto, as he made his way towards one of the tree. Come on, he said. Come on, Kakashi, said Guy, let's see what he has to show us. Kakashi sighed as he was already in his book, but he might as well indulge as he walked over, arriving towards a rather thick tree. I mean, can't you guys do this, said Naruto as he held up his hand. He then proceeded to throw his fist into the tree. When the fist made contact, the entire middle section exploded, causing the top half to drop right on the bottom half, making the tree a lot shorter. As it was about to fall, but Naruto caught it one hand before he pulled back and threw it. When he turned back towards the two men, their eyes were wide. Kakashi had lowered his book in shock. How did you... Kakashi couldn't believe what he was seeing. That's not normal, said Naruto. No. No, it's not, said Kakashi. So, you guys can't do that. Well, said Guy, looking rather shocked himself. It will take a bit of effort, but you did it so carefree, so innocent, without any hassle. What did you do to get this strong, he said. I followed the book advice. And what exactly did you do? As Naruto told him what he did, Guy's eyes went wide in shock. And you've been doing this since you were 6 years old? Yeah, every day. Guy looked towards Kakashi. From what he has told me, he shouldn't even be alive right now. His body should have long ago give out from the exertion that he's putting on it. Kakashi looked towards Guy. Remember, Guy, he's quite special, more than just his strength. Kakashi pointed towards Naruto's stomach. Guy no remember where he knew Naruto from, other than just knowing him from training. Oh, I see, he said, as he looked towards Naruto. Well, young one, he said, that kind of strength is not normal at all. What else can you do, he asks, curious. Well, I can run pretty fast. It does take me a few seconds to run to the academy though. And where do you live exactly, said Guy as Naruto told him. But that's that location. And it only took you a few seconds? Yeah, said Naruto, scratching the back of his head. Well, it seems like we have an anomaly on our hands here, said Kakashi. What does that mean? Something really strange, said Kakashi as he looked towards Naruto. Oh, then I guess I am a anomaly, said Naruto. I really thought that other kids could do what they can do. I mean, said Naruto as he picked up a rock. Isn't something like this normal as he crushed the rock into dust? Far from it, said Kakashi. What has the Hokage said to you? He said we will talk tomorrow about this new development. As Naruto sighed, does this mean I can't be a cool ninja as well? Well, if this is any standard of what you can do, this is more than enough that you can be a ninja, Kakashi said. Really? Said Naruto. That's awesome! Did you really thought that they will kick you out because you were strong? Well, I did hurt Kiba. Hurt him, said Kakashi. It was an accident, I just threw him, and he got knocked out. Well, don't use that strength of yours carelessly, otherwise, you might get someone hurt. Remember, you're a lot more stronger than the academy students now. Oh yeah, that's what the Hokage told me. But don't worry, I'll be careful, said Naruto. Alright, I'll see you guys soon, he said, as he took off before they could say anything, and he was gone. You see, my eternal rival, you will make a wonderful teacher. Well, I guess it's practice, said Kakashi as he sighed, knowing that he will have to take a team soon enough. Guy looked towards the location where Naruto went off to. I believe that young one will go very, very far, he said. Yeah, I have no doubt about that, said Kakashi as he looked away as well. Time skip. Naruto was upset. Cheer up, Naruto-kun, said Ayam, as he sat at Iruka ramen. I can't believe I fail again, said Naruto. You'll do best next time, she said. As Naruto frowned at that, he was pretty upset he just failed the academy. Once again, he couldn't perform that stupid clone technique no matter how hard he tried. He was strong, but yet, the clone technique deluded him. The Hokage had someone test him the other day. The two of them were shocked when Naruto kept on performing at an above level of speed and strength that they never expected. As Naruto didn't really think much of that though. So what if he was strong? He couldn't even do the clone jutsu to pass the academy. So he was never going to be a ninja. As he frowned in annoyance, Ayam was trying to cheer him up as she gave him another bowl of ramen as Naruto munched down. He was going to have a chat with the old man pretty soon to see if there was any way that he could become a ninja on strength or speed alone. He had went to the hospital and spoken to Kiba's mother. He thought that she would be more upset, but after he told her how apologetic he was, and not to mention after Hokage talked to her, she was pretty calm about it. Kiba would be fine and he would make a recovery, not to mention he passed the academy on his grade alone. The time that he got there, Kiba was sleeping, so he never got to talk to him. However, Kiba had performed exponentially well in the other areas, and not to mention he was able to perform the clone jutsu, so he passed the academy without even attending the class. For the test, however, Naruto failed, and he was pretty upset about that. As he ate his feelings away in ramen, as he kept on eating and eating and eating, as I am just watching him as he sat there eating. Well, at least he will have a next try next year. Naruto sighed. Before he could say a word though, 4 ninjas arrived. 2 Chunin and 2 Jonin. There he is, one of them said. You, Naruto Uzumaki. You need to come with us, the Jonin said. For what? Said Naruto. You know for what, the Chunin said. You stole the scroll. The Jonin gave him a look as he went quiet. What scroll? Ayam said, confused. As Naruto got up looking at them. Stole what scroll? He said. Stay where you are, said Jonin as he pulled out a kunai. Now, Ayam said. He hasn't stolen anything. He's been here the entire time. The last you were seen of, you were heading to the forest with a stolen forbidden scroll. You're supposed to come with us, or you'll get hurt. The Chunin spoke up once again, causing the Jonin to give him a glare. Scroll? Said Naruto. Forest? I've been here the entire time. I have no idea what you're talking about. That's enough, the Jonin says. He moved forward and grabbed Naruto's right hand. Hey, let go of me, said Naruto as he slapped him. The Jonin fly into the wall. I'm so sorry, said Naruto as he stepped forward. However, the 2 Chunins move in. As they threw their kunais, Naruto and Ayam yelled. However, Naruto turned and plucked them out of the air. as he simply crushed them and threw them to the ground. The both of them moved in, not even noticing the abnormality in Naruto's movements. However, Naruto simply slapped them to the ground, knocking the two of them out instantly. The last Jonin was baffled as he stepped away. "What scroll did I steal and where did I go?" said Naruto. The Jonin looked at him confused. "In the forest," he said. "Not too long ago, Mizuki reported that you stole the scroll and the ninjas were ordered to bring you in." The Jonin said, confused by this kid just knocking his fellow Jonin and Chunin out like they were nothing. "I'll be right back," said Naruto to Ayam. "Where are you going?" she said, confused how Naruto was so powerful. "Clear my name," he says. He rushed off. He was gone in a flash. The Jonin looked at his comrades on the ground. What the hell? Meanwhile, Mizuki was hunkered down as he was hiding. He had transformed as Naruto and stole a forbidden scroll. While he had sent a clone to inform Iruka that he saw Naruto with the scroll, it was perfect and now he was free. Looking out, he got out of his hiding spot as he started to move, when someone flashed in front of him. "There you are," said Naruto. Mizuki blinked in shock. How did I find you?" said Naruto. "Oh, simple. I searched every forest." That's impossible." "You're lying." "I don't know how did you find me," said Mizuki, "but I implore you to get out of my way before you get hurt." "Sorry, I can't do that," said Naruto. "Why are you stealing the scroll though? I mean, you're a good guy." "This does not concern you. My actions are something that you cannot comprehend. Now move, you're wasting my time." "No," said Naruto. You think you're pretty tough, huh? You think you're pretty strong, that you can stand in my way? I'll kill you," said Mizuki. As Naruto slipped into a fighting stance, Mizuki simply chuckled. Just because you've gotten a bit stronger doesn't mean that you're nothing. Mizuki was unaware how strong Naruto was, because Iruka was told not to inform this to anyone else by the Hokage until he could find out exactly how much more powerful Naruto has become. Instead of killing you right away, why don't I break that little hope and dream of yours? Do you want to know why everyone around here look at you with disdain and hate? Huh? Said Naruto. It's because 13 years ago you attacked this village in your true form, Kyuubi. What do you mean? Said Naruto. That's right. You're the 9-tailed demon fox. The 4th Hokage did not kill you. Instead, he trapped you away, making you a child. You're a demon, a monster, an abomination. No, you're wrong, said Naruto. I can't be. As he looked toward his hands. Well, you are, and that is why everyone hates you. Naruto sat down in a tree branch, like Mizuki was not even there, as he pulled a Fuma shuriken off his back. All this time, said Naruto, I'd been the demon fox. Naruto, watch out, he heard. Looking up, he saw Iruka jump in the way as he clashed with a giant Fuma shuriken as he dropped down to the ground. Mizuki jumped down as he started to speak, but Naruto ignored all of that. As he looked toward his hands. Whatever he said to you, Naruto, don't listen to him. Why are you trying to lie to him, Iruka? He's a demon. A monster. He's lying, Naruto. You are not a demon. The fox was sealed inside of you. You are not the fox, Iruka said, clashing with Mizuki. He just lied to you. As Iruka clashed and knocked the scroll off Mizuki back. Take the scroll and run. Go give it to the Hokage and inform the others that I'm out here. Now, he yelled. But Naruto was still deep in his thoughts. Iruka's words conflicting the ones that Mizuki told him. He jumped down, his mind still groggy about the information until Iruka tackled Naruto. As Naruto looked up to see a pained look on the man's face. You're not a monster, Iruka said. It was then that Naruto saw the Fuma shuriken in his back. Huh. Saving the life of that demon. How stupid can you be, Iruka, said Mizuki. As Naruto watched Iruka drop, wincing in pain. What have you done? Said Naruto. I did what I told him would happen if he got in my way. Now, the same will happen to you if you... Mizuki was cut off as Naruto's hand rested on top of the scroll. Mizuki blinked in shock. How did you... I won't allow you to get this, said Naruto. Mizuki pulled a kunai as he thrust it forward, however, Naruto grabbed his wrist and snapped it, causing the man to cry out in pain. As Mizuki staggered back, holding onto his broken wrist. As Naruto walked forward and jumped. You stay right here, he said, as he pushed Mizuki into the earth. Mizuki cried as his feet was literally pushed down, like he was a tree planted there. Naruto then rushed over to Iruka. As he picked him up, "You'll be just fine," he said. He then took off in blinding speeds. In front of the hospital, Naruto came to a stop. "He needs help," he yelled. As two medics were there. As he looked over, what happened? As they saw the giant Fuma shuriken. "We need a stretcher immediately." Naruto watched as they took Iruka away, before he flashed back towards the location and saw Mizuki was in pain. "You monster! What have you done?" "I'm not a monster," he said. "Iruka wouldn't lie to me." "You may be right. And he may be right as well, but I know. I am Naruto Uzumaki, I'm not any fox. But now I can understand what they mean. If the fox is truly sealed inside of me, no wonder why they hate me," said Naruto. "No, you're wrong. You're a monster. Abomination, look what you did to me. You're the traitor here," said Naruto. "And you're not getting away with this." His stomach then started to grumble. Oh yeah. Time skip. Hiruzen arrived towards Ichiroka Ramen. As he came and sat down. "Nice day we're having, huh?" he said. "Yep," said Naruto, eating his ramen in one hand. As Ayam stood there with a sweat drop on her face. "Hey old man, we need to talk," said Naruto. "Yes, we sure do," said Hiruzen as he looked towards Naruto. "So, when were you gonna bring him in?" "Well, I got hungry," said Naruto, "so I decided to take a detour." As Hiruzen looked towards Naruto as he had Mizuki under his right arm. Mizuki was unconscious as Naruto was holding him by the neck, while he was eating ramen with the other. The forbidden scroll was right on his lap. As he looked towards Ayam, "I'll take a bowl of ramen," he said. He might as well. He had seen everything through the crystal ball when Naruto arrived, so he called off the search. Although, those two Chunins and Jonin were in the hospital, and Naruto already visited Iruka at the hospital. Iruka was gonna be fine, so there was nothing more else for him to do than eat. Time skip. "Never make anyone tell you otherwise," Hiruzen said. "You're not a monster," he said to Naruto. As Naruto looked down toward his stomach. "So the fox is really sealed inside of me, huh?" Hiruzen nodded. "Well then, I guess I'll just have to change the people around here. I just won't let them see me as a fox anymore. I'll make them see me as Naruto Uzumaki." As Hiruzen smiled at that. "Oh yeah," he said as he reached into his drawer and pulled out a headband. "Wait, but I failed." "Well, you have some shortcomings when it comes to the clone jutsu, but in the other regards, like defeating a Chunin and a Jonin, and returning the scroll of sealing, let's just say that this one is on me. I, as a Hokage, give you the rank of Genin," Hiruzen said. As tears gathered in Naruto's eyes, a big smile on his face, as he rushed over and hugged the old man. As Naruto released him, "Woohoo!" he says he jumped, breaking through the ceiling, creating a huge hole. Hiruzen looked up. Immediately the rain started to fall at that exact moment, soaking everything. Naruto, he yelled to the heavens. As laughter could be heard, with a mumble of apology. "Sorry!" As the voice quickly disappeared off in the distance. Hiruzen sighed as he shook his head. That kid was definitely gonna be something. Something problematic and hectic. Time skip. As Naruto walked into the class, as he saw Kiba. "Oh hey Kiba," he said. "Back on your feet." "Yeah," said Kiba as he looked towards Naruto. "Look, what the hell did you do?" he said. "The last thing I remember was fighting you, and then I wake up in the hospital with my mother and sister there, and they told me that I was knocked out by you." "How the hell did you beat me?" he said. "Well, I threw you. And yeah, that's pretty much it." "That's not possible," said Kiba. "You're nothing. I mean, you're not even that strong. And Shikamaru told me that you failed the academy. What are you even doing here?" "Are you blind?" said Naruto. "Look up there." As he pointed toward his head. "You pass?" said Shikamaru looking up. "Yep, special test," said Naruto. "I'm awesome that way." "Sorry about hurting you that badly," said Naruto. "I mean, I didn't know that you were that weak." "Hey, I'm not weak," said Kiba. "I don't know what the hell you did, but know this, Naruto Uzumaki. I'm still stronger than you." "Well, not really," said Naruto. "Oh, you want to bet?" "No," said Naruto, "it's just, you're weaker than me. I have nothing to prove." I never knew I was that strong, so yeah, that's pretty much it. It would be really ill-advised to challenge him right now, given the last time he put you in the hospital for a couple of weeks. Said Shino. That was just a fluke. A slip-up. It's not gonna happen again. Oh, sorry, but I can't really do you anything, said Naruto. The Hokage said that it wouldn't be a good idea to hate my comrades. I might end up killing them. Well, not too hard. Although I do know how to control my strength. But it seems I have no limit to speak of. I just keep getting stronger and stronger. Stop talking like you're some kind of big shot, said Kiba. I'll beat you any day, any time. Well then, said Naruto. Why don't you take a swing? Kiba looked at him. Are you sure about that, he said. Positive, said Naruto. Just to show you that you're pretty weak. Kiba chuckled darkly. Alright, fine then, but remember, you're the one that asked for it. Yeah, go ahead, said Naruto, as he put his hands behind his back. Kiba smirked as he pulled his fist back and swung. BAM! His fist smashed into Naruto's face. However, Naruto looked at him strangely. See? Told you. What the hell? Said Kiba as he looked toward his fist. He felt like he just hit a giant boulder. Sakura came in at that right moment, as she had came early to sit beside Sasuke. She was shocked. Didn't that hurt? She said. Naruto looked towards her. No, not really, he said. Huh. I guess Kiba's a lot weaker than I thought. Hey, I'm not weak, Kiba said. Well, you are, said Naruto. Well, it's not just you. It's everyone in here. I'm just too strong for you guys. You're not stronger than Sasuke-kun, said Sakura. And you would never be, so don't get that wrong. As Naruto looked towards her. Sasuke? Yeah. I'm a fair bit stronger than him as well. In your dreams, she said as she walked away. Seeing Sasuke's seat open, however, Ino rushed into class, and they started to fight. As Naruto walked back to his seat, Shikamaru watched him like he was crazy. Just what the hell has he been through to become this strong? But guys, be and subscribe right here. For one things more to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to see posted. But I'm off now, see you guys soon. Peace, guys.